We're going to have a hard time getting to this proposal. We're going to have a hard time.
Welcome to Happy Chaos, episode 32.
And it is 32 degrees outside.
Stop.
No, I'm just kidding. It's actually 26 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 33 for a high today, so.
It is freezing. Not that you care about that, because today is a pretty special episode, I think.
It's
Although
amazing.
I do feel like I say that often.
I don't think so.
Maybe they're all special.
They are all special. Number one.
Why?
But this is the specialist.
Why is today so special?
Oh, because we're talking about the proposal, which happened 1 year ago tomorrow. I'm so excited. Oh, you're so cute. Babe, my heart just raised.
You're wearing the ring.
I know. Do you want to reenact it? I'm just kidding. We have it on video.
What? That's true. We have it on video for all to see. Maybe we'll even like put that in so you guys can see. Because we were out with some friends the other day, and we mentioned that it was on Instagram, and they say they see us all the time.
But none of the older stuff.
But yeah, they didn't know the proposal was there to see.
I see snow outside.
I don't see snow yet, but they're calling for snow this morning, so
Yeah.
we'll see. This is the special ring box that I got,
Y'all, he went all out.
or all in.
Oh, both.
I was all out and all in. That's because I'm in Christ, and you can go in and out and find green pasture.
He's a pastor.
We'll talk about this here in a little bit. That was fun though, wasn't it? Did you expect that? Did you expect the ring box? I'm full of surprises.
Yeah, you are.
We'll put that. Maybe I should put it here. Can y'all see? You can't see that. You just can't see. You can't see anywhere.
can't.
Here, you put it in front of you. You like to always pile stuff up in front of you, anyways. I always have to like move Kelly's cup over or whatever. Okay, but before we get to today's episode of the proposal,
What's it gonna be?
it's like the holiday proposal. I thought if I plugged that in, it wouldn't do that.
He couldn't have picked a better time.
I picked a very specific time, which we'll get to.
Yes, we will.
But there's a time that it is right now.
There is. And what time is that, sweetheart?
It's about 7:30 in the morning.
Babe, what time is it? It is
Come on.
meal time.
I knew she'd do it. I didn't have to do it because I don't have to do it.
Yeah,
And
because
I don't.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Tell me who it's from.
Well, it's from one of the 86,000 followers on
We
Facebook.
crossed 86,000 on Facebook. We're still at 107,000 on Instagram, and I think it'll be like that until the day we die. Because Instagram jerks.
The Instagram, I crossed 100,000 on Instagram like over a year ago. And we were dating at the time when I crossed 100,000. And I even got a phone call from Meta, and they like sat down and talked with me about like growth strategies and blah, 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 blah. And we implemented everything that they said and just flatlined. And then Facebook was still like, at that time, I think Facebook was at like 10,000 or 15,000 on Facebook. But Facebook has just climbed and climbed and climbed. And we just crossed 50,000 followers on Facebook.
Maybe 6 weeks ago.
A month or 6 weeks ago. And now, you know, like 4, 5, 6 weeks later, whatever it's been, we went from 50,000, we're now at 86,000 followers on Facebook. So anyways, and YouTube's been growing as well.
Yeah.
Even though not the Happy Chaos. We separated that channel, and I've been wondering if we need to like put it back because Happy Chaos on YouTube does not have a lot of followers. I think I saw the other day it had like 13 subscribers or something on YouTube. But the Whole Truth channel on YouTube, my YouTube channel, has 23,000 or 24,000, something like that, on YouTube. Anyways, we're so glad that you're following along, and you sent us some messages.
And what we need to do is get a P.O. box. That way I can get real letters from you guys.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be cool? Like a postcard from where you're from.
Oh, that would be fun.
I would love that.
Yeah, we should do that.
We'll go do that today.
We
We'll
had-
add it to our list of things.
We had a PL box before. It's easy enough. I
Yeah.
mean, just go up there and pay $8 and you get one.
Exactly.
I think it was $8. Maybe it was 12. Maybe it's the size box you get.
It's probably 50 now, but
Probably. And the price of stamps is so expensive.
they are. They're like $1 a piece.
Oh my
All right, so
word!
we're reading comments from our podcast
From last week,
from last week. So,
we
want to leave us
listen.
a comment?
We're not done with the idea that I had in the middle of the episode. We are going to have an episode where Kelly tries all the different foods that she doesn't want to
We're
try.
preparing for that. So,
But today it's a special date. This time last year,
Kelly, yeah, we'll get into this.
we will get into this.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
But for now, it's mail time, so
Mail time.
please go ahead.
All right, Jody Ballard. Hi, you two. Another happy chaos. I would totally love to decorate the first week of November, but my husband won't go up in the attic that soon. I need a bigger garage without his sports car in it. And it would be nice if Florida had basements, haha, so I can keep it in reach with me.
Wait, Florida doesn't have basements?
No, you can't. You hit water when you start going like 6 feet under.
What?
That's crazy.
I don't feel like that feels safe to build on. Anybody talked with y'all over in Florida about where you're building? I mean, if you're hitting water, if you
And
just
we're only like, I think it's 10 feet above water level.
well, there you have
There
it.
you have it. All right. She also said, "Hi, my name is Jody, and I have a nutcracker addiction." These pictures in
Whoa.
the comments are, of course, from last year. I lost count of how many. That's pretty awesome.
I mean, I see 6, 7, 8, and it's so 16, 24. I mean, you got to have 55 or I would call.
And that's just in this picture. You
I would say, yeah, I'm sure you got other. I bet you have big ones outside the door.
Yeah. Oh, look.
That's Jody. You have a lot of nutcrackers.
And I'm wondering, do you like to watch like the Nutcracker? Have you ever gone to a play? And like, I want to go to a Nutcracker ballet.
I'm gonna take my guess right now and say I don't think that Jody's ever even watched the Nutcracker. I think it's just the decoration.
I'm gonna go in the opposite and say I think she's at least watched it. Whether she's seen anything in person, I don't.
Do you think she loves it, or is it like meh?
I don't know. I don't know.
Jody, I'm trying to see how well we know Jody.
I know. But she also said her son has an allergic reaction to real Christmas trees as well. He never broke out the year they got one, but he was little and sneezing a lot. But right after Christmas, when I took the tree down, he stopped sneezing. I felt so bad. Honestly, I am not a big fan of real trees because of the mess of needles. I am a huge fan of real trees. And Kaylee was just saying the other day, she's like, I miss being able to get a real tree. And I'm like, oh, so do I. Like, I love real trees. There's something special about going. It's like, when do they have them? Okay, they have them out. I think it's the day before Thanksgiving they get them. And you get to go pick one out. And you
Well, then you couldn't put it up early like you want.
No, so that's the benefit to having a fake tree.
Oh, the benefit. Okay, I see. I thought you were going to say the benefit to having a real tree. And I'm like, we could just wait to put these up like I'm trying to tell you to do. We don't have to put them up right now.
Today's a good day, okay?
Is this what we're going to do today?
Is this it?
Is this it? We're gonna fight today? Oh, wow. What did she make? What is that?
Spatchcock. This is what she normally does.
Look at you. Yeah.
Don't get me started. It was the whole description, the way you describe what you do to the turkey, and then
Then Karen, okay, we went to church on Wednesday, and Karen is serving some food, and you're giggling with Kelly. Y'all all 12, all of you. Has anybody looked up the birdie for badminton yet?
I already know what that is. Oh gosh. That's a good looking turkey though.
Because that's how to cook the turkey, you all.
Jody.
I can't believe that this isn't a thing. Like for years, because I've seen commercials where you pull the whole turkey.
She looks like she's doing that. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. If you couldn't see Kelly's fingers, we're doing like that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now the other side. It's gonna be that kind of episode.
Oh goodness.
Okay. Anyways, we see this picture in our heads because of cartoons and commercials where you pull the whole turkey out and it's big and round, its little legs are, and you're like, oh, the turkey, it's Thanksgiving. That takes forever and it dries the turkey out. I'm telling you, cut the back out of that thing, break it down, smash it down flat in the pan. That's how to do it. Spatchcock your daggone turkey. You will be happier. Everyone will be happier. I tried to tell somebody this other day and they brought up stuffing and I'm like, you're gonna have dry turkey meat because you want stuffing? No. Spatchcock that bad boy. Boom, break it down. Just like you were giving it the Heimlich maneuver. You cut the spine out, flip that thing over so the breast is up, and you just that's how to do it. Just like that's how you give the Heimlich. Staying alive. Staying alive. I saw that on The Office one time.
You just made it so much worse.
Probably.
Oh gosh.
Okay, anyways, I hope you guys try the spatchcock turkey. It's the way to do it. All right.
Kim Reed Williams, you go ahead with her.
Oh, okay. My
She's
turn.
thinking of
All right. Kim Williams, she says, thanks for the birthday shout out. Thanks for telling my age. I now have 4 children older than me. Oh, well, there you go.
I know.
I don't know how even that's possible, but she's talking about because I guessed her age.
Yeah.
Young. Okay. She had 4 children older than me. I sold all my Christmas decorations at a garage sale last year because I thought I was done decorating at my age. Now I regret it. Oh, no, Kim.
Kim, why would you be done decorating?
The only thing I kept was a large snow globe with a nativity set and a beautiful train. My 26-year-old granddaughter talked me into decorating. Oh, this is a long message. Talked me into, I lost my spot. Talked me into decorating for fall, so now I want to decorate for Christmas again. I guess Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and a few other stores are going to like me this year. My husband, not so much. I'm probably with them
Hold
on
on, but that's a great idea. What if our stuff goes missing?
No. All of our kids, grandkids, and their spouses pull names at Thanksgiving, and they buy for each other that way. Of course, we buy for them all, and each couple buys for us. Get a hold of me, and we can talk about a couple of fun things that they all love.
Way too difficult to send it a message.
Oh, I got you. Way too difficult to send a message. Sorry. Maybe we can get down there at the end of November and have lunch and have to answer a few questions, and then when they're asked, or I'll forget. Okay. Sorry, I'm scrolling the rest of that message. All right, Kim. Let's talk about this throwing away your decorations thing.
Well,
oh, my bad.
it's okay.
It's a habit. It was force a habit.
Yeah.
It's like when you lock a door
Yeah.
and somebody's still outside. You ever do that?
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. Like I come in the door and I turn around and lock it, and then somebody's outside and they're like knocking, like, "Hey."
Yeah, I don't know if I've done that, but I've done like lots of things that are habits. So.
Yeah, force a habit. Anyways, okay. Kim, you threw away your decorations. What were you thinking? You can't throw away. Age doesn't have anything to do with decorations. As a matter of fact, I feel like the older I get, the more I want the older things that I can't replace. We talked about this. I've got the whole junky tree thing going on. Remember?
It's not junky.
It's junky.
No, it's not.
It's like cardboard and garland from 1991. Maybe in 1988. I don't even know.
Okay,
It's old.
yeah. The garland. Oh, you're talking about the little tree.
I don't know why it's that, but yeah.
Cause jingle, 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 jingle.
What? Yeah, still, like I'm trying to, what's happening? are we talking about the same thing? I don't know. It doesn't do any of these things that she's describing. I feel like
That's
she's,
just what I picture because you don't have. It's not working, and it never has with me
Yeah,
in the past.
it doesn't
couple
work.
years. And so I just picture when it turns on it. Jingle, 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 jingle.
No, it used to do like imagine like Silent Night, but really kind of like 80s digital toy.
Yeah.
Right? It's like boom, 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 boom. And the lights would like flash as if it was playing Silent Night. But of course, it's not really bells playing, it's just the lights flashing.
Yeah.
And I used to try desperately to see if like the same notes were playing, like when it was like the note for whatever, if it was the same note, that light, like if that light represented a note. But I don't think it did. I think I just randomly flashed lights and then I'm over there trying to put it together like it's really playing them, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I still picture it to be a little jingle, jingle, jingle.
I'm just saying you can't just get rid of your decorations. I mean, she did. She did just get rid of the decorations, but I'm feeling devastated for you. Like, what about all the stuff?
But Home Goods and TJ Maxx, that is where it's at. So don't forget Hobby Lobby, though. People look over Hobby Lobby, but I'm telling you, like, they most of the time have 50% off. And if they don't have 50% off of what you're getting, wait till next week and they will. And because they switch back and forth. And they have some really cute stuff. So I'm TJ Maxx Home Goods first and then Hobby Lobby. Have fun. I wish I could do that right now. I'm in the mood to shop. But I'm on a spending freeze.
You're on a spending freeze?
You put me in a spending freeze.
Our spending freeze looks very different in our heads.
What is that supposed to mean?
Amazon was here 4 times before we left for church.
For me?
One of them was very direct.
One.
And the other one was mouse traps that I was trying to catch a mouse.
That's not me, though. That's not my spending freeze. I got a sweater, y'all.
That's on one day. Every day, another piece of clothing
That's
comes.
not true. That's not true. What else did I get?
I'm gonna film this. This is gonna be a little short video for you guys as I film every day as Amazon comes in, and Kelly tries to glaze over it. She like finds something else to make her hands do. She's like, "Oh yeah, I got it," whatever, and she's like doing something.
He told me because I asked him the other day and I said, "Hey, can I get this?" I was at the store and he's like, "Kelly, I appreciate the effort, but you don't have to ask me to get like it was either like a piece of clothing or like a $25 item." And so I have a $25, $30 a day limit. So
A day.
So I have to make sure. It's ready.
So she can take all those items, put them in the cart, spend $200 a week, or she spreads them out, buys them one at a time.
That's exactly it. So I have this down to a science.
Does anyone else feel like they're a little stressed right now?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Someone's getting an allowance. Here's your weekly allowance. Just leave the rest of the money alone.
Oh gosh. Oh, okay.
Behind my eyeballs hurts.
Oh shoot.
$25 a day? You can't just spend $25 a day.
I don't really, but that's my allowance in my head. I don't always spend that, so when I don't, I'm saving. All right, y'all, let's be clear. I got 2 things this past week. Past 2 weeks. 2 things, a dress and a sweater.
Lies.
Okay, we're going, we'll find out.
One day we'll do a podcast episode. We'll just look down through our Amazon cart and see all the stuff that came in, and then we'll use a calculator and we'll start punching in numbers.
Oh, there's a glitch in Amazon. I'm sorry. It's
well,
not available to you today.
But I got my lovely mouse traps out of it, so
Yeah,
you know
you did.
I get to catch mice.
Yeah. Thank you.
I did buy a humane mouse trap.
Yeah. Is it working?
Nope.
Oh.
But I had the regular one to like snap it and it didn't work
How
either.
much did the humane trap cost?
$8 for two.
Yeah.
It was $8 for two. But I also bought the no-see twisty ones because my problem is I had the snappy one, but we've got dogs, and so I kept feeling. And then we're watching our daughter's dog, so I can't. And he's a little Chihuahua, so I can't leave. I mean, he might get caught in the whole trap, and so his whole body's in there.
Oh, little Tyrion.
And so I can't leave those out. I have to wait till the kids put the dogs up for the night in their rooms, and then I can put the mouse traps out. And then I get up in the morning, rush out and go get them so the dogs don't lick the trap.
Yeah.
Because they're dumb enough to do it. They would lick the trap and then get it on their tongue or something.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hurt the dogs. So anyways,
But we have smart mice, and we're not going to catch them, so.
this mouse, we saw him like a month ago. I tried to catch him, couldn't catch him.
He's smart.
Kind of forgot about him because I just hadn't seen him in a while. And then all of a sudden, the kid said the other day, Mila's like, I saw a mouse in the kitchen. And so
then the next day, someone else said, I just saw him out.
he came out of the bathroom. He came out of the under the bathroom door, and then when he saw me, he ran back out. And so we've got a little smart mouse running around here.
We have a little smart mouse in the house.
Yeah. So anyways, so I bought some no-see kill 'em traps, and I bought some humane traps. I'm trying the humane traps first because like I kind of feel bad for him. Like I'm like, man, you've made it this long in the house, and you're smart enough to know how to avoid all the traps. I feel like at least put you outside and let a snake get you. But he's got a while. He'll probably freeze to death.
If
for a
I
snake.
catch him,
What?
then just do you up my allowance?
What?
Yeah.
Why don't you just help me catch him just to help catch him so we don't have a mouse in the house? Why do I have to be bribed?
Because what's he doing wrong?
That's what I'm saying. The mouse?
Yeah. Just let him live here with us.
No, they help one. It might be a she, and she might be pregnant.
Oh, man, that's not good.
Yeah, that's my point. Like you can't have it. But I mean, at this point, I don't know what their gestation period is, but she's been here long enough. I mean, who knows? I'm worried. Anyways, but I have a humane trap, and just because I'm a softie like that, and I really don't love killing little animals, and
It's a rodent, but
it's
yeah.
a rodent, but it's an animal.
It's a rodent.
It's one of God's creatures.
It is.
And so we have some extra terrariums. I said the other day, we could maybe keep him for a little while. You didn't hear me say that to Mila?
No.
Oh, she was begging for it. What's that face? Wait till you see it in the
They're dirty.
it's like a little hamster tube that it goes in and the door shuts on them. If I can get it with that one. And so.
So you think they're cute, but you're okay.
Well, I don't want it
that
to.
your brother took a hammer to their skulls at an even smaller age.
I will use a kill 'em trap and be perfectly fine with it. I will lose no sleep. I won't think about it more than the moment I have to pick it up and be like, oh man, sorry I had to get you like that. That's literally what I think. I'm like, oh man, dang, I had to get you. Let me get you out of that trap. Save the trap is $4. That's what,
Oh gosh.
and for that, and a 20-cent piece of cheese.
That he does not like or want.
Yeah, but I've tried peanut butter, I've tried cheese, I've tried marshmallows. Give me your mouse. What do you call it?
Catching techniques.
Yeah, give me your techniques. I'll tell you one I did years ago. I should probably implement it again. I could have done it for no money and saved you some more Amazon money.
Except the dogs take it down every time.
The
You talked
bucket?
about the bucket, yeah. Last time you did that.
Yeah.
First time it worked when Marmaduke was still around.
Yeah.
And then the next time the dogs like licked the string or whatever and it just fell in. And
Well, you take a 5-gallon bucket and you tie a string over the 5-gallon bucket, and then you put peanut butter in the middle of the string. And then you give it like a ramp or something for the mouse to come up, just a piece of wood or something. The mouse will come up, climb along the edge of the bucket, walk across the string, and then he can't balance. It's like a fair game. It's like something you do at the fair, but it's for a mouse. And so some people put water in the bottom of the bucket to drown the mouse, but
we don't do that.
you don't have to do that. They'll just be in the bottom of the bucket. Then you take it outside and, go let it outside. And then they're like, oh, they'll come back in the house. And that might be true. So you take it to the neighbor you don't like and put it in their yard. Then they can go in their house. I'm just kidding. I've never done that. I just take it to the woods. I just go far enough away from the house and throw it
still
out.
going to someone else's.
Yeah, or maybe it's the same mouse.
It could be.
I haven't done the bucket thing in years.
Yeah, his
I've been
players.
snapping them. All right, we gotta finish this.
So Vicky Quayle, Q-Alls.
Q-Alls.
Ooh, sorry. I was so used to practicing your name the wrong way.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly, for thinking about me, but honestly, I don't care for flowers. All they do is die. That's just a waste of money. I'm sure if I insist, I would get them, but it's okay. You guys rock. Vicky, can you bring your phone over to your husband again?
Go ahead.
She's walking right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Mr. Q-Alls. She really does care about flowers.
No,
And I
she
need you
does.
to
She
get-
just said she
No,
didn't.
I need you to get her some.
Why
And
would-
you know what you should do?
She said she
Mr.
didn't.
Q-Alls, I need you to get a hanging pot. And those flowers last a long time. And you can even get one that's low maintenance. But something tells me Vicky's probably good with her plans.
Vicky doesn't have to have
Vicky wants
flowers.
flowers. Vicky
Vicky-
wants flowers. But you guys, on that note, somebody this week came home and surprised me with flowers.
There's an Instagram video about that too.
And they are so beautiful. And they still look vivacious and beautiful.
Vivacious.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah. And they are.
Is vivacious a word?
Here we go. And it was so sweet of him, you guys. They were so beautiful. I was totally shocked. And I loved them. I'm just looking up vivacious, y'all. Vivacious.
TIOUS. Hmm.
Vivacious. Attractively lively and animated. Typically used for a woman. She's vivacious.
Vivacious. I'm gonna start calling you vivacious. I'm done with boring words in this moment right now. I'm gonna like when you come out of the bathroom with your outfit to try to like show it off. I'm like, oh, that's vivacious.
Please do. Okay.
Vivacious.
Let's do this.
Let's do. I can't believe you cut off the comments after
That's
only
because
just a
we're already
few.
way over time. We said let's make this a kind of short one because you guys, we have a podcast later. We're gonna
Yeah.
be on someone else's podcast.
The Family Life podcast.
Yeah, family life.
Well, Family Life Blended. We're going to be on Family Life Blended with Ron Deal.
Yep.
And he's an author. He's got a couple of books. What's the book you have upstairs that's got Ron?
Blending families.
Yeah, Blending Families. So we'll be on their podcast or his podcast later today. Well, I don't think it'll air later today. They'll edit and do things. And so however long it takes them to do that.
And then
Then we have an interview with another sponsor.
Yeah.
So that will be like a Zoom interview. So we are going to have our faces in cameras all
day.
day today.
My makeup girl, she didn't make it here for this one, but
Oh, no. We're getting rid of her.
yeah.
I mean, you can't keep not showing up.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, you got to do the job.
I know.
Yeah. What about your hair girl? Did she come and
No, I have an appointment with her on December 30th.
that I have to pay for?
So, yes, I need as much.
Sponsorship as you can get.
Oh, because this date's coming out. But actually,
You know-
I have to pay half of my appointment 2 weeks before so she can order my hair.
Yeah.
But when I get on here, you guys, January, my hair's going to be down to here. And it's going to be beautiful, luscious, and vivacious.
I would love to not say one word about it and see if anybody notices and it's like,
Y'all,
your hair.
Hold on. This is the funny part. So I first started getting extensions about a year after I moved here to Kentucky. And I went with my short, scraggly hair, like you guys can see. Hold on, let me get some of this lower hair that's, you can see the length of it, okay? That's the length of my natural hair. It's like, but anyway, so it was like short and scraggly, and I went around like that for a year here, and he went on vacation with the kids and to, I think, Florida, and they come back, and I've got my luscious hair, and it's to here and gorgeous, and he noticed, but Phoebe said, "Did you do something to your hair?" And I'm like, Phoebe, I just added luscious, gorgeous hair to my hair.
Vivacious locks.
A lot. It was like, I think 22 inches is the first I got. And now I get, no, maybe it was 18.
I think you should just go full on Rapunzel.
It was 20.
48 inches of hair.
And last time I did 22 inches. And this time I'm going to either do 22 or
30.
24.
30.
Just
30
because
inches.
24 will last me a little bit longer. So when
Yeah.
it starts losing length.
30 inches. If you don't go 30, go home. Go big or go home. And it needs to be like a 1995. Like you need to tease it up.
That's not happening.
It needs to look like you could be on the Ninja Turtles movie. You see,
This is 1 year, a little over 1 year old. I got this hair
my
in
hair.
the beginning of October.
My hair is 41 years old.
You're such a
So-
punk. Ah, you guys.
Last year, this time, it was November the 10th.
It was November the 10th.
There was a ring. There was a ring in that box.
Someone sat for 2 months or so. 2 months or so. With this.
Wait, it's crooked.
With this.
I don't think they could see that anyways.
In their drawer upstairs while Kelly was contemplating breaking up. Because Kelly did not think that Justin wanted to marry her.
Kelly ruined her own surprises. Not this one.
Nope.
Because
know
Justin knows that Kelly ruins her own surprises. When we were dating, Kelly wanted to be asked on a date. And I promise you, it never failed when I was like, okay, think about the calendar. When can I ask her to go on a date? It wasn't enough to say we were dating, we were boyfriend, girlfriend, we were going out, we were exclusive to each other. None of that was all the way enough. She wanted to be asked to go on a date. Will you go on a date with me this Friday? That was her thing. She wanted that. And so I promise you, I would be swamped, busy, and I'm like, all right, I really need to make sure that I take Kelly out. And so I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, okay, I could do Thursday night, or I could do Friday night. And by the time I would think it, and I'm like, I'm gonna text her here in a minute, and I'm gonna ask her, I'd get a text from her, and she'd be like, do you want to go on a date on Friday?
No, I would say, what are you doing tomorrow night? That was always my intro.
Well, and
then when he's like, I don't know.
because you
That's
done
your
ruined it.
opportunity. That's your opportunity to say, well, I want to take you out.
Okay, look.
That's what I'm doing.
This is about this, okay? Not about that. And I'm right about that. Every time I wanted to try to ask her, I couldn't ask her. And then she would say, he never asked me on a date. And I'm like, because you cut me off.
But listen, I will admit that I have always lived in the future. Always. It's just my nature.
It's hard to get you to live in the present.
Yeah. But now I'm living in the present. But I told him, I said, when I'm a married woman, I live my best life. And it's true, all the way around. The comfort level, everything is just, I feel like I can take a deep breath and just relax. And I don't have to like constantly worry, constantly think, constantly this, constantly that. And so, but now that I'm very comfortable and married and loving my life, I do look back and I'm like, why didn't I just enjoy where I was at? And it's easy to say because I'm here now.
There's one thing
But
though.
I just wish
had
that I had enjoyed where I was at.
She had a boyfriend who was telling her, and a best friend before that, and a friend before that, who was saying, hey, let's just.
You were my future husband the day we met. We didn't know it.
Well,
We didn't know it. But you were my future husband.
Look. Oh, that means she didn't like the fact that I called myself her best friend. I am your best friend.
No, you said friend. I was going to say, we've been best friends since the day we met.
I am your friend, and I am your best friend.
I know, you are.
That's right. Okay, that's what I'm
The
saying.
bestest friend.
So, okay. What was it the other day? I said something about I like you, and you looked really upset. And I'm like, don't you want me to like you? Like I do. I love you, but I like you too. Like to me, it feels like I want somebody to like me. It's not an
I
insult.
would find it very, very strange if you did not like your spouse.
People don't like their spouses.
That's strange to me.
I'm with you. It's strange to me too, but it's happened. So I'm saying I meant
I would
it
be
as
like, Well, then you need to go.
I can't figure out what things are given and what things aren't. Some things I'm like, isn't that a given? Like, but nope, that
so
one's
cute.
not. I don't know which ones are given and not given. Okay.
So,
Anyways, Kelly ruined her own surprises, and
I disagree.
to keep Kelly from ruining her own surprise, i.e., a proposal, she told me somewhere in the middle of our dating, she said, I want a proposal. She did not have a proposal. Her words to me, she told me this. I can share this, right? Mm-hmm. She wasn't proposed to by her first husband, whom she loved and had a wonderful relationship with before he passed.
And it's not that he didn't want to. That man, like, cherished the ground that I don't want to say worshipped. I think that's so, I hate when people say that.
He cherished you. He loved
very
you.
much so.
Yeah.
Like,
But somebody was impatient and pushed him to agree to get married.
no, before the proposal, like he wanted to save up for a ring, and I'm like, you don't need to save
You
up
don't need
for
a ring.
No, you do.
You
But
don't.
go buy $100 ring.
Yeah, you don't need.
You don't need.
You
to
don't
save
need
up
a
for
save
diamond
for a
or-
diamond.
And he also paid. And he also
I'm
at
sorry.
first was like, my plan is 2 years or 1 year before marriage, 2 years before we start having kids. And I'm like, you can't plan stuff like that. No. You can't wait
Let's
until you're
just do
financially
it.
stable.
Let's
to
just
have
do it
children.
right now.
We have
Let's-
to just do it.
We have to just
make
do it.
work.
Okay, so she tells me that she regretted not getting a proposal, that she didn't wait and that she didn't get a
To be
proposal.
fair, I told my late husband all the time, like a couple times a year. I was like, you can still propose to me. You can still like get down on one knee and all that stuff. And I think he kind of did that, like, I don't know, 2 years before he passed away, but it just wasn't the same. So,
Of course not.
but go ahead. Sorry,
It's okay.
I told you I wanted a proposal, and then there happened.
She said she wanted a proposal. Then I, did a little fishing there, and I said, hey, do you want like a big proposal? Like if you were to be proposed to, do you want like?
Okay, when you were doing this fishing, did you have ideas of marriage?
No, we were just having conversations. We were. You remember, I was in a place.
This I know, but you don't talk about proposals and stuff if there's not a thought in your head that
I don't know.
eventually you're going to get there.
I don't know what you mean by if you mean a thought of like if we ever get married, I want to know what you want.
Yeah.
Yes, but it was definitely a big if in my mind. We
Right,
were
because it was like a year before you proposed when we were talking about this.
we're gonna have a hard time getting to this proposal. We're gonna have a hard time. It's gonna be.
All right, I'm sorry.
She told me, I said, do you want a big proposal? Do you want do you want like big screen at a stadium? Camera goes on you. It's been like all set up. And she says, no, that's not what she wants. She doesn't want a band at a concert to announce it or something. She doesn't want that. She said, I want one thing. What was the one thing you told me you wanted?
It to be a surprise.
She said, I want to
And
be.
you to plan it.
She said, I want it to be an actual surprise. I don't want it to be like, oh, I
wanna
know it's
tell
going to
you.
happen on this day.
And I don't want to tell you how to do my proposal.
Right.
I don't want to say, yeah, I want you to lead me out into the woods and there to be pictures along the trail and then you're down on one knee at the end. I don't want to have to tell you, just like gift giving. I want you to think, how do I want to propose to her? And it has to be a surprise. That was my only stipulation. I have to be surprised.
So there it was.
Every girl knows when she's getting proposed to. Every single girl knows. And
So I had a task at hand to surprise Kelly. But Kelly,
how long have you had you been thinking about the surprise and how you were going to do it? I love these little details, and that's why I want him to tell everybody.
I mean, it was a couple of months. So about a little more than a month prior, I purchased the ring. There had also been some conversations about a ring but not in the like, we weren't like walking around and I'm like, oh, let's stop and look at engagement rings. It wasn't like that. It was definitely just conversational.
Well, I
early.
also had a stipulation for that,
What?
for the ring,
What are you trying to say is your stipulation?
that I did not want a diamond.
Yes, like she was very clear that like I don't want a diamond.
I don't care if you have all the money in the world.
Yeah. So again, earlier on, like months before, we were dating, and she's making a comment about diamonds and how dumb she feels like. And we're not trying to insult you who have a diamond. Nobody's trying to. We're not trying to have an argument over it. I'm just telling you, she's like, it's so dumb. It's so worthless. I did see a really interesting podcast the other day, though. Did I tell you about this?
I don't think so, but I think I know what you're going to say.
There was this.
About the worth.
Yeah, this guy was talking about diamonds, and he said that he was like, the value of a diamond, he was like, they're not really as rare as they're just marketed really well. And the other guy was like, wait a minute. He was like, you're telling me that diamonds aren't rare? He was like, I'm pretty sure like that's the whole thing. It's like a rare diamond. And he was like, well, I mean, there's diamonds that are more rare than other diamonds, sure. And he was like, but it's all about cut and clarity, and they've got all this stuff about diamonds. He was like, it's all marketing. He said, think about it. There's enough diamonds that everybody in the world can have one. And I was like, that's kind of a good point. And then he was like, there's totally gems and
That are rare.
Yeah, there are rare gems in the world that are much more rare than that, like way more and of higher value. He was like, these diamonds are marketed really, really well. I was like, oh man, that's a really good point. So anyways, I thought that was interesting, like an interesting point to make. But that's relative, that's new.
Yeah.
Kelly was saying to me, I don't want a diamond because of the way that they're mined and the way that they're found. And she was like, was there a documentary you'd seen or something?
I don't remember.
But anyway, she told me I do not want a diamond, and she was insistent, no diamonds. I do not want, she was like, even if you can afford to buy a big giant diamond, I don't want one. Cubic zirconia is what she said she wanted. But there's actually a different stone. Do you remember the name of it?
Yeah, he went even further and said, I looked up cubic zirconia, and we're like, that's a no-go. So this is a...
Uh-oh.
No, stop. I
She can't
always remember.
She
Yes,
can't
I
remember.
do. Just stop for a second.
Yeah.
What we're talking about.
There was cubic zirconia, diamonds. My ring is... Oh, she can't remember.
Moissanite.
It is moissanite. Good for
Yes.
you.
It was on the tip of my tongue, but then it was like, when the pressure's on me, I get like...
Yeah. So I did a little research about like what's a diamond substitute, because she doesn't want diamond. Like I would have bought her diamond if that's what she had wanted, but she didn't want that. So I went on a little hunt to find out like what is the best diamond substitute. And here's what I found. This was the problem that I ran into for the ring. Here's a little detail that I don't know that I've ever told you, which is trying to find the ring. I didn't want cheap metal. I'm like, if it, I don't want it to turn your finger green, and I don't want the color to come off. And most of the time with the diamond substitutes, then they're set on a base or a ring that is silver, that's gold plated. So when there's a gold ring, it's gold plated. So I'm like, well, I don't know anything about jewelry. Like, what's the difference of that? Well, so I start looking into that, and the color comes off.
Oh yeah.
Wash the dishes a couple of times, and all of a sudden, the colors come off of the ring. And so I didn't want to do that. So then trying to find a company that would have an actual gold ring and then put a moissanite stone on the ring. So what I found, the research I did said that cubic zirconia over time will yellow, but moissanite does not. And there's like I would call it the glittery look, that they call it.
It sparkles.
They call it like fire or something, fire sparkle or something like that, that it is in a moissanite ring that hangs on, like that doesn't go away. And so you just have to basically keep it clean, but like the whole stone itself won't yellow. So research I did said that was a better substitute than diamond. So Kelly told me how big she wanted this diamond on her ring, And she told me,
Not Diamond.
not Diamond, this Diamond substitute. And she told me that that she didn't want Diamond. And so I listened, and I'm like, all right, if that's what you say you want. Almost like someone who says they don't want flowers, maybe they don't actually want flowers.
Vicky wants flowers.
Vicky, I'm trying to convince her that you don't want flowers. I don't know what to tell you. There's a level of stubborn sometimes. Anyways, it took me a little bit to find the ring. It took me a little bit to find a company, but I did. So found a company, found the ring. So it would be a gold, a gold ring with the moissanite on the ring. So I got the ring ordered, and it came in the ugliest box. It was like this, I don't know. None of the box was right. First of all, I thought the box looked like it was upside down. Like the way that it's shaped, like the smaller part is like real thin on the bottom, and then the top is like real big. And so then, I don't know, I feel like it should have been the other way. So it looked like it was kind of on like a pillow or something, but it wasn't. And then it was like green, like really deep.
Christmas green.
Yeah, like Christmas green. Like I honestly expected to see a pair of snowman earrings open in that box. And so I was like, well, that won't do. So I custom ordered a little wooden box that says, will you marry me on it? And so I put the ring in there. And then I put it in my drawer.
And that's it.
Do what?
Well, Kelly, every night, was praying and talking to myself and saying,
You wanted a surprise.
I know. And you pulled it off. Kudos. Like, seriously, I don't think you could have pulled it off if you had been more clear with me the month leading up. And
No, that's the whole thing.
I know. And so I'm totally good with it, but I'm just telling you where my head was at. I was seriously contemplating so many different things, and I was just like, because we had conversations, like our whole relationship, I didn't bring up marriage until maybe 6 months before you proposed to me. Mm-hmm. That's when I started opening the door to that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see where his mind was at and how,
Yeah, during a period of grief, I was definitely. I keep saying we need to talk my story one day, and we do. We need to kind of tell my story, my testimony of that. But I definitely just went through a period where I was like, I don't want to think about tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I do not want to think about an hour from now. I just want to I want to wake up in the morning and do whatever is on my plate for that moment, and then when the next thing comes, I'll deal with that. And it was actually kind of freeing in some ways, but it made things difficult on other people, I think, because everybody wanted plans and everybody wants to know what's going on. And I'm like, I don't want to think about it, and so I'd recognize that. But Kelly was really gracious with me in that position in life to be like, I don't want to think about tomorrow. And it wasn't, I don't just mean marriage tomorrow. I mean, I'm talking you all like, I don't want to plan dinner tomorrow. And so that's where my little calendar came from, my little calendar on the board to like write down the meals. Sarah had done that, but I wasn't doing it. But that was one of the like, do the thing you don't want to do days, was like, all right, go. You actually have to plan your calendar. You have to go do that. But I didn't want to. And so there was definitely a stint that I went where I was like, don't want to plan anything. Don't want to plan, if we go on vacation, I just want to pack up and go on vacation. I don't want to plan, 6 months in advance. And I think some of that too was maybe a little trauma response to the fact that there was like a nagging thought in my head of like, my wife was diagnosed and within 8 months she passed away. And so it kind of brought a clarity to my mind of how brief life is. And, if you plan a vacation a year in advance, there's a chance that somebody maybe doesn't make it to that vacation. And so, I don't know, just kind of plagued me. That thought kind of plagued me a little bit. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so we got past that. I would say it was about 6 months before I proposed that you started kind of bringing up marriage. And then there was a guy at church, Chip, he was just on me. He was on me hard to like, hey, when are you going to propose? He took me out to lunch one day and he's like, well, it's almost into summer. He's like, because
And I had no idea, like, he was saying any of those things. Like, I didn't.
No, as a matter of fact, sometimes she got jealous that I went to lunch with Chip instead of her, but she didn't know Chip was pressuring me to propose to her. So,
Or just join you and Chip.
but he still couldn't have done that. Like,
I know. But it's funny
Yeah.
because, I mean, me and Heather, Chip's wife, we would talk about, things and stuff, but it was never like well, you tell Chip to go do this. Like,
really, I was expecting that that's part of it. I thought y'all were plotting a little bit. Well,
no, because I knew if somebody pressures you, you're gonna close up and you're gonna clam up.
well, she does know me.
Yeah. And so I was like, don't, and that's why I didn't mention it for a long time. And I knew, where you were at, and I was totally okay with it. Like I knew you were grieving. I know what that's like. Just because I grieved in a different way, and I grieved, in a different way. That's how I'm gonna say it. I still knew that you were grieving in a different way than I was, and I wanted to be totally gracious with that. I think my whole thing, the whole time, was just, is it me? If I wasn't in your life, maybe it's because you're meant to be with somebody else. Maybe you'd be able to move forward quicker if it was somebody else. And I never wanted to be the one that you're not supposed to be with, and we're just passing time. And so that was my biggest thing. And so, I mean, you can vouch throughout our relationship, even before we were dating, what did I always say to you? If you want me to walk away, I will, and I can. And you would always tell me, I'm not asking you to wait for me. And I said, I know you're not asking me to wait for you. That's off the table. I already know that. But do you want me around? And you always wanted me around. And so I knew, and I was praying, and the Lord was.
Have you guys ever seen those little videos, those little reels where they're kind of poking fun at the fact that, like, it's like my husband trying to go about his business, or my boyfriend trying to, and then like the girlfriend's like, for no reason, do you still love me? It's like that.
Just like that.
It's like that. I'm just like over here trying to figure out how to, iron my shirt or whatever. And Kelly's like, do you want me around? Of course I want you around. If I didn't want you around, I'd tell you to go away, or I wouldn't invite you over.
But still at the same time, I'm like, should somebody, like, we've never done this before. We've never done this grief thing before. So should somebody be like ready after, and then even dating? Like, you did not tell me you loved me until I think it was about 6 months before you proposed.
Yeah.
And so that was my biggest thing. That was when I was really contemplating breaking up, was going a year. We went a year in our relationship, being boyfriend and girlfriend, where he never would tell me he loved me. It never grew to that point. And to me, I was like, I totally understand grieving, but if you haven't fallen in love with me after a year, I mean, most people fall in love very quickly, and I know this is a different situation, so I had to take that into consideration. But I thought, if he hasn't fallen in love with me after a year, like, I've got to be the one that says, you know what, this just is not working out. And
I would say that it's strong language to say I didn't fall in love with you.
yes,
It's
but in my mind,
right. Sure. It's just there's a lot of dynamics that were happening.
yes,
For me, and I mean, we had open conversations about that, and I know that was it's hard. It's got to be hard, and that's why I say, like, you were patient with me to get through that grief and to get through that period. But I made a couple of reels, and I've said this where I say, like, I was scared to fall in love in some ways, for a lot of reasons, and I don't want to enumerate into all those right now. Maybe that's a different episode, but I would just say that there was a fear that was involved in that. There was it was just all so much, and I know that it took time, but for me, there was one thing that was in my head, which was, it is okay for me to pause right now and just deal with whatever emotions. I had to work through my own emotions through dating, but to the proposal, I put this in the drawer because I knew a date in my mind that, if possible, I didn't have a year before I was like, oh, next year at this time. But I did have to say,
Except, I will say, if you guys go back to 2023, we were dating. We were dating for, let's see, almost a year at that point. It was like 8 months at that point in Christmas of last year. I mean, the year before. And you said on a reel, you said, Christmas this time could look very different. This time next year could look very different. And I was like, does that mean that there's kind of a flip in his mind
that was not what that meant.
that he, okay, there's no way that in your mind Christmas could look very different. There is no way that there was not some thought of it looking very different.
I didn't know I was going to propose.
No.
Okay.
No, I
so,
know that. But
all right.
and so that kind of gave me the little. But go ahead. So
Kelly was. She wants a surprise. Does she want a surprise? It's hard to know. It's hard to know what she really wants.
no, because you
tell me,
pulled it
don't tell me.
off. You
Tell
had
me,
to-
don't tell.
You had to go
I know.
against
That's what I'm
all
trying to tell
things that
you.
were comfortable.
Listen. So it was probably about August that I was like, in my mind, flip the switch. Here's what happened for me. I'm in bed one day, and I wake up to the thought of like loneliness, and I hated the feeling. And then that led to, well, you idiot, there's a beautiful woman who would love to be married to you. You're alone this morning. You're waking up in this bed alone by your own choice. That is I'm telling you, it was like a dual, it was like the switch flipped to, I woke up to that loneliness. And when I say that, I mean dual in the sense of like I physically woke up and was lonely, but I also woke up in my mind to, at this point, there was a point when my wife first died, when my first wife had died, that loneliness was not by choice. That loneliness was forced upon me, and I didn't have a choice in the matter. And then I had gone through 3.5 years of the dealing with the emotions and grieving. And I don't think there's a timeline for anybody to give anybody.
Definitely not.
3 months, 3 years, 30 years. Definitely. It's your journey.
Yep.
Don't let anybody tell you that you're doing that wrong.
That's right.
If you're,
And people will.
oh, everybody thinks, and it doesn't matter which side of the spectrum you're on. Get married early on, people think that's right. Other people think you're terrible. Thomas Massey is a example of that right now. You know, what is he, congressman?
Yeah.
And you know, his wife died, and then he got married.
16 months later.
Yeah, 16 months later, he's gotten married, and now he's getting, you know, there's people trying to pour out flack saying he, you know, got married so soon. And I know other people that have been 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, 30 years that they haven't been married. And then people go, well, you know, you did that. You waited all that time.
Yeah.
You could have gotten married. Everybody's got something to say.
Yeah.
Don't give that any thought. You know, just, you know, in your heart what God's telling you. Listen to him, lean into the Spirit.
That's right.
Listen to the voice of the shepherd. He's the good shepherd, and his sheep know his voice. So just lean in and let the Lord lead. That's what I'd give you there. But I woke up to feeling lonely, and then I also feel like my eyes were opened to, at this point in my life, I was choosing that loneliness by not moving forward and getting married. Here I was dating a woman who would she would marry me. I knew that she would marry me, not for any other reason than the fact that, like, it was evident that you love me, and you love my family, and you love my kids, and you want to be around me, and all the other things are workable things. You know, are we perfect? No, like, we're not perfect. We're human beings that I have flaws and you have flaws, and we have to figure those things out. And I'm rational enough to look at life and go, hey, there's some things we're going to have to work on here. There's things I'm going to have to work on, like, you know, she's going to be buying Amazon packages. So there's going to be lots of Amazon in the yard. I mean, the good news is that we're getting use out of that Prime membership. So I'm just kidding. I feel like maybe I'm making you mad. I'm not trying to. Okay. Anyways, so August flip switched in my mind. I don't have to be lonely. And that literally was the day that I was like, okay, let's start looking for the ring. So I start looking for the ring, found the ring. It took a little research because I was like, I don't just want to just go buy something. And these rings that aren't diamond, they're not super expensive. They're definitely not tens of thousands of dollars expensive. And so to get a nice moissanite ring and then to find somebody to put that on an actual gold band, not a sterling silver with gold plated band or not a fake gold band, those ones are like $20, $25 for those rings, and they'll fall apart. And I'm like, I don't want that. I want it to be really nice. And so I found a company, and I actually wrote to them and asked them. I was like, I want to make sure that this is actually gold. I want it to be gold. And they were like, yes, we have 14 karat gold. We have 24 karat gold. That we can make it on this. These are the prices if you get this, these ring sets. And so I ordered the ring, and the ring came in, and then the box. I switched out the box. I put it in this box, and I put it in the drawer to wait for November the 11th. 11/11. Because every day, if I say every day, any day that it was spotted on the clock that it's 11/11, Kelly would go, oh, it's 11/11. And the first time she ever said that, I was like, so what does that mean? Like, what do you mean it's 11? I mean, okay, it's 12/12, like, well, it's 4/4, like, I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. But it just became this thing that she was like, 11's my favorite number. And so.
It's been my favorite number for a long time.
Yeah, so 11 is the favorite number. And
11 is the number of our family.
Come on. So that was it. I put it in the drawer to wait for November the 11th. And then I had
one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Justin has 6 letters. Kelly has 5. 6 plus 5 is 11.
Oh.
All the things just worked out.
Wait. You have 10 toes and 1 nose. That's 11. I'm just kidding.
Stop being a brat.
I'm just trying to think of all the.
Stop being a brat and continue your story.
I have like other ways I wanted to come up with 11, but I'm not going to do it. I think to say we have 11 in our family, that's fun. Like that's, now as a blended family, 9 children and 2 parents, 11 in the immediate family. Okay, so I then told my children, I promised my children that I would tell them as Dad was moving through grief and as I was making my way through. So it was about October it was October. It was middle of October when I told all the children that I was going to propose. I say all the children being all of the children I was bringing into the relationship. So my 6 children, I brought them in, the ones who I could get in the room at the same time. I brought them in and told them what I was thinking. They immediately were like, all of them, all 6 of them, when I told them, were like, duh. Like we all knew this was coming. You've been together for a long time. You've been hanging out for a long time. So everybody knew. So I told everybody and prepped them, and I asked them, I said, please don't tell anybody. And they all said, well, when? What date? And I knew it was November 11th, but I did not tell them that. I did not tell anybody it would be November the 11th. I learned this from the Bible. No man knoweth the day or the hour save the Father, okay? And so
tell everybody why you didn't tell anybody.
Because you all would have ruined it. You would have told her.
Did they ruin something?
Yeah, when I was going to ask you to be my girlfriend, they ruined it. And so, but some of that is on Nosy Nilly over here, who snoops for presents and snoops for knowledge. And so she wanted to know what was going on, so she'll ask around. Did you ever ask Kaylee or anyone at church if they knew something?
Yes. Well, me and friends were talking at church. And then me and Kaylee, I would always say to Kaylee, don't tell me if he comes to you, don't tell me, and if he's going to propose. And I said, but has he come to you?
But has he come to you? Don't tell me if he's come to you, but has he come to you?
Come to you.
Yeah.
Does it seem like he's come to you? Have the kids talk?
Have you heard of anything? Like, have you heard them saying anything? So November the 11th came. I didn't tell anybody, not one person. I'm telling you, not one. There was not a single soul besides this guy who knew that November the 11th was the day. So on that day, I told the kids, today is the day I'm going to propose to Kelly. They were all excited. How are you going to do it? And I had this little plan in my head. We really ought to put that video in here and let you all see. Maybe we should have you like pull it up now and like watch it, and then we can like show them what you're watching. You know, we could do like a picture-in-picture thing. Okay. Anyways, so I told my kids what I was doing. I told them the plan. I'll go over that with you in a second. But then I called my older children. My one daughter, who's those children out of the house, moved out of the house already. So one of my adult daughters was able to come and be a part of it. Then I called Kelly's daughters, and I say Kelly's daughters in reference to time. Okay, we always know that I'm trying to be cautious with my words there, but so I called them and invited them to come over to the house, asked them to come over, told them I needed them for something. And she had to be somewhere. I think she had to be at work. And so
Who had to?
Kaylee had to be at work. But Elijah was working there too, and I guess he got her some exemption. She could be a little late. So I asked her to come over to the house. She came over to the house. This is a funny part of the story. I was like, Kaylee, give me your phone. And she kind of looks a little like nervous and kind of like what, but all the other kids are there, you know, so it's a house full of kids and they're like, just give them the phone. So she like pulls her phone out of her pocket and she hands me her phone. And I did that so she wouldn't get on her phone like, Mom, she's, so she's like, Mommy's,
He's about to propose to you. Get your makeup on.
Right.
Get dressed.
So let me tell you, in between that, Kelly was at the house.
In the basement.
Painting with me. We were prepping for paint. So she's in like paint clothes and whatever. And so I told her that I had forgotten that I had an elders meeting.
No, not yet. You didn't do that. You said you were here at the house and you said, I have to go sign some paperwork that I forgot.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. And so I went out and I did have to sign that paperwork for Jeremiah's car.
I know you keep saying that, and that's fine. But you went and made the video at that time because you left the house and you had this shirt on, and I thought, why did he just change to go
sign
papers? But I'm like, it is what it is. It's cold outside, you know.
Okay. So, anyways, all right. Before that, I had the setup though. Here's what I did, and this is the video that we have. It actually should be. Where's the other part? It wasn't 2 parts.
Yeah, it's all the way down here.
Oh, it's just so far. There's a lot of reels. Yeah. Okay. Well, you don't have to do that. We put it together as one, but let me tell you what happened in the reels. Okay. I went over to Kelly's house. I snuck over to Kelly's house when she was not home. I went over there.
Here. Go ahead. Keep telling.
Her and I have a difference of thought there, of memory, but that's okay. Went over to her house when she was not home. She's not at the house in this first video that I made. I went and got her neighbor that was outside, and I said, hey, would you film this for me? And so he held the camera, and I told him what I was going to do. And so I made a little brief introduction, and I told everybody what I was going to do. I had met Kelly and we'd fallen in love, and I had something special for her today. And so I said this to the camera. I said, Kelly, would you come to the door, please? And I walked up to the door and I got down on one knee, and that video ends. I didn't post it. It's just on my phone. Okay. It's just there. Then I came back to the house. We were getting ready for paint, whatever. Okay. And so then I faked like I lied. Okay. I lied. I admit it. Now, so I told Kelly, I said, hey, I forgot that I have an elders meeting tonight, and it's over at Keith and Sharon. We talked about Sharon earlier. It's over at Keith and Sharon's house. I was like, would you want to go with me to this meeting tonight? We're going to have dinner over there and have this meeting. And she's like, oh, well, okay, yeah, of course. And I knew she'd want to go. If I invited her to something, she was going to go.
Which the whole funny part on my end of this is, in my mind, I did not see a proposal coming. I did not see us going. And I was already debating those last few days of like, is this something like, is there a breakup coming? I need to like figure things out on where this relationship is actually going. And so I was always like wanting to be available and like be there wherever you are and be able to be available to come to anything because I wanted to be around you all the time. And I thought to myself that day, you called me and you said that, I was driving home to go get changed, and I thought to myself, you know what, just tell him you're not going to go to this one. Tell him you're not going to go to this one, that you're just going to stay home with the kids.
That would have been the enemy at work right there.
I know. And I'm telling you, I've never had that thought before. It's always, nope, I want to be available. I want to be available. I will rearrange my schedule to be available. And this time I was like, no, just tell him.
Just tell him. But she didn't tell me no. She
But I
agreed.
almost did because then you texted or something, and I'm like, I don't have the heart to say no to him and say that I can't go. And so I did. But I'm telling you, I was closer than I've ever been to saying I'm not going to go.
She's gonna break it off right there.
No, I
So
wasn't going to go with you though.
So I sent her home to go change. She was at my house to paint. I sent her home to go change. She goes home to go change, and I gathered all the kids up. That's when I had Kaylee come over, and I said, hey, you know, bring the girls over. Do you have the girls with you? Bring them over. Had her give me her phone. So now we all pile up. 8 of the 9 children were there. The only one, my oldest daughter, couldn't make it. She was at work, but 8 of our 9 children were there. So there, you don't see this in the video, okay? Remember that first video? I got on my knee in front of the door, and the video cut off. We got to her house. She's inside getting ready, and we're outside. And I posted the video. Now, this was happening all along. If you go back to the older videos when I'm doing a lot of scripture reading and things like that on those short videos, I was constantly sending Kelly a text and saying, check out my video, tell me what you think about the video, should I do something different, whatever. And so I'm always critiquing what we're doing and, you know, trying to make it better. And so I was always doing that already. So I took that video that I made for me going up to the door and I posted it.
And then you said, Kaylee,
And
text her.
Yes, and I said, Kaylee, text your mom and ask her if she's seen my newest video. So I've posted it. As soon as it posted, she texts Kelly and she's like, hey, have you seen Justin's latest video? I go up to the door and now a second video is happening. My son is holding the camera as I walk up to the door and I'm on one knee. And so I knock on the door and she left it a little crack too, which I'm like, who does that? So when I knocked on the door, you can see it actually kind of opened a little and I had to like pull it back. And so, but simultaneously, what you don't see in that video is that her daughter, Kaylee, is texting her saying, check out Justin's latest video. I'm on one knee in front of the door. So when Kelly opens the door, look real close and you'll see she's looking at her phone. She's watching the video of me walking up to her door. And I don't think you can hear it on there because we've got a little music going, but in the video, in the raw footage, you can actually hear me in the video.
The beginning part where you said, I've been widowed for, 4 years or 3 years, whatever it was at the time. And that's where I was at in the video. And my mind is trying to process a bunch of things right now. I'm like, he's in front of my house, but he's supposed to be here. He just knocked on my door. So do they have something to do? What is he talking about right now? I'm in the middle. My mind is just
so you have to understand, she's in her house.
Walking to the front
Walking to the door, looking at a video of me in her front yard.
And so I'm like,
I couldn't make that happen totally live.
And it just didn't click at first. Like I didn't
Right.
see you in my front yard and think, oh my gosh, because at this point I'm thinking there's not going to be a proposal. And so I have a totally different frame of mind, which is where you really perfected.
Yeah, she thought I was gonna like TP the house or something, but no, that's not what I was
didn't
doing.
know what was happening? I was like processing it, but then to open the door, because I didn't get very far,
Yeah.
and then open the door and you're down on one knee, and I was kind of like, is this a joke at first?
Yeah, she said, are you being for real? Which I'm trying to always process that. Like, what do
Who
you
would joke like that, right?
like? Who would do like that? Would be
Because
I was just tying my shoe.
No, 'cause my mind, the process that was going through my mind is, where's this relationship going? Like, consumed me.
So that's it. Is that the whole video?
No.
Interesting. Why is that posted there by itself?
I don't know.
I thought we posted both back to back.
I think you did again when we posted see, where's the second part? Oh, it's because I pinned it to the top.
Yeah, That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, so you can just watch the whole one. We'll bring up the whole one. We have to wrap this up here soon, anyways. So the proposal, there you have it. That's the proposal story. I made 2 videos. The first video was without Kelly home. It was faked. I did it to get her so that when she was in her house watching the video that she's looking at me in her front yard, which she did. So she's looking at the video, she's all confused. From her perspective, she comes, opens the front door, and there I am on my knee in her front door. You can't see this in the video, but all the children are lined up outside, and I asked her if she would marry me, and she said no, and I was shocked.
Stop, babe. That was a blubbering mess.
Here it is right here. Y'all ready? We're gonna superimpose this right here so you can watch it with us. You gotta have the music. You love that music.
I love it so
So that's not actually the whole video. That's good though. Oh. Okay.
And so, in that song, so beautiful. That's what we walk down the aisle to.
Mm-hmm.
The goodness of God.
I'll try to grab the video where we put the 2 parts together and put it in here so that you guys can see that one as well. I don't know if you're interested in seeing that, but I'm assuming you are. If you're not interested in that, you probably haven't made it this far into the video.
I think if they're not
the
interested, they're
podcast.
not watching this podcast. I think anyone who's
We're also assuming you're watching the podcast. I could put a video in here and you'd be like, well, that's awkward because we're just sitting here listening
and then
to the
most
goodness
of
of
the people that are
God.
watching this podcast are like, oh, I've seen that video.
You know what? That's a question for today. How many of you had already seen that video?
Yeah.
Or you're like, no, that's the first time. And I think that the whole goal, I feel like I accomplished the goal of which I was given,
Mission accomplished.
which was surprise Kelly, no diamonds, surprise Kelly. She wants an actual surprise and she wants an actual proposal.
And it was the most beautiful proposal to have, number one, for him to put it on social media, to plan that I'm not there. You put that on social media, then tell me to go watch it. And then,
it wasn't big as far as like on a big screen.
our kids
Our kids were
were there.
there. I feel like there was the nail and I hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
Now, could it be better? Maybe. Now I'm looking back, I'm like, I guess I could have had flowers.
No.
I'm just kidding.
It was perfect. The only thing that I wish is that
You didn't catch
that
the
I
flower
kissed
joke.
you. But and he prepared because we were very tender with the kids and like even kissing goodbye in front of them, and he was very protective of their feelings, and so that was something that like wasn't a big thing, but he warned them. He told me he warned them she might kiss me when I proposed, so just know. And they're like, well, duh, obviously. And my thoughts were, all your children at the time are here, and that was a fleeting thought that I didn't want to.
We didn't kiss until our wedding day.
We tell the kids this all the time.
We didn't kiss until
we saw you go around the corner and kiss each other. We knew you were kissing. What are you guys, 80?
we did not kiss until our wedding day. You all. That's the only time that's the first and only.
That was it.
That's it.
Oh goodness! So that's the only thing I would have done was kissed you.
I would have brought flowers now that I know they're such a big deal.
Stop. The ring was the flowers. Babe.
Oh, that's right. It was a flower ring. Y'all, I hope you've enjoyed today's story time. And it took us forever to get to that, to tell you that what's in a reel that you can watch in less than 60 seconds. But
I should have surprised you on our podcast with the vacation rental that but
you should have.
I know. That would have been funny to get your live reaction on. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed it. Not quite as much as I have, though. It was was the most beautiful thing.
The most beautiful.
It was, well, second to our wedding. Our wedding day, to me, nothing tops our wedding day. It was, to me, just the most special, beautiful time that, I don't know, I wish I could relive it over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. I mean, even with our anniversary coming up, I'm like, can we do something with the church?
For our anniversary?
It was just so special.
I think it was, I tell you, I think what was really special about it, and actually on that note, I think the proposal, a lot of people at church, a lot of friends were like, I can't believe you didn't tell me. I can't believe you didn't know. I hope you really hear my heart when I say, like, I couldn't tell everyone or anyone and keep it a secret. So keep it a secret from her. So the fact that the one goal in mind was to keep it a secret from her made it really, like, in my mind, like, okay, mission objective, keep it a secret. How do you keep it a secret? Well, loose lips sink ships, like don't tell people. And then, there's people who say to me, well, you can trust me. You could have trusted me, da-da-da-da-da. Well, maybe I could trust you, but
the people that ruined, I wouldn't even say ruined, but who told me and tipped me off to you asking me to be your girlfriend, they didn't mean to do that.
No,
it was just
pressured.
Excitement. No, I didn't do anything. It was excitement with one, and then the other one just thought it had already happened.
Right.
And so they were like, well, now that you're official, do we get to go on a double date together? And I'm like, what do you mean now that we're... And so I just rolled with it because I was like...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't need somebody coming up and being like, well, I heard the good news.
Right.
Something like that.
Right.
So I just... listen, I told no one. Mm-hmm. And whether anybody realizes this or not, I always get these shirts. People give me these pastor shirts. This is like pastor warning. Anything you say can be used against you as a sermon illustration. And I don't always love those shirts because I say, like, to Kelly, I say this all the time, that, like, I keep way more secrets than I ever let go of. And anytime that I reveal something that someone's been unhappy with, I'll beat myself up pretty bad about that. Like, I try, if I'm going to tell someone else's story or share something, I'll text them and say, hey, do you mind if I share this? Do you mind if I include you in this? And even at that, sometimes I've done that. And sometimes people have been like, oh, you misrepresented that, or you misrepresented me, and I don't mean to. It's never purposeful. Maybe I just didn't hear it the way that they were trying to tell it or whatever. It was funny. One time I had a guy tell me, he was like, man, why'd you paint me out that way? Like, that's not the way that was. And it was funny because somebody else was around, and when he left, they were like, that's totally how he told us that story. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, at least I'm not crazy. Yeah. But I think sometimes just hearing your own story from someone else's mouth can be. But anyways, I say that to say, like, I keep a lot of secrets. And so because I keep a lot of secrets for other people, like, I don't tell people's business, then, it was like, all right, turn that on times 1,000. Mm-hmm. This can't be anything. Like, I can't tell anybody. Nobody gets to know this, and I know that they would want to know this. And I know that they probably feel like, well, you could have told me. Maybe I could have, maybe I couldn't have, but it was too risky to the mission objective of keep it a secret, give me a real proposal, don't give me a diamond, and don't make it huge. I guess the one thing there would be the fact that, being on social media, I did have a good sized following. And so, Yeah,
but that's different. I mean, like, don't take me to a restaurant and then clink, clink, and then get down on one knee and be like, I would like to ask you to marry me. Or put it on the big screen. And even then, I would have totally loved if you had come up with that idea. That was my stipulation. Surprise me. Mm-hmm. And I want it to be from your heart. Whatever you want to do for her.
But I think...
What is Kelly's heart desire?
I think even what you just said, though, about, like, you don't want to have, like, a clink, 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 and then, down on one knee. So, in my mind, I'm like, okay, nothing, like, overly public. Yeah, showy. We're like... In the moment, we're out in the public.
And everybody's staring.
Yeah, but one of the reasons that I did want to put it online, one of the reasons I wanted to put it on social media was so that we would have that as a memory to go back on.
I'm telling you, that was the most perfect proposal that you could have done.
The most perfect. I wonder if it's going to pop up in your memories on Facebook.
It will.
And then you're going to cry.
Yes, very much. In fact, I thought last night when we were talking about we talked about it for some reason, and I thought I need to look at my memories from today and see where my mind was at. and what I was posting.
To all the boyfriends who haven't proposed yet.
Don't give up hope. Anyways,
Y'all,
it's been real. It's been fun.
it's been real fun.
Let us know your proposal, where you proposed to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did you get a proposal story? I tell you the worst proposal story I ever heard. I had a friend that I worked with one time, and he went into Walmart, left his girlfriend in the car, told her he had to go get something, and so she sat in the car. He went in, bought a ring. She was apparently in the back seat, and I don't know if his buddies were in the front seat or whatever, but anyway, so he bought a ring, got to the car, tossed it behind him, and was like, hey, you want to get married? And threw the ring to her. And they got married. I was like, I think I would have made him try harder than that. That's a true story. I mean, we were all like 18.
Comment.
We were all like 18 when it happened.
Ugh.
So even
How
more.
are they doing?
I have no clue. I haven't talked to them in years.
How are they doing?
I don't even remember all their names, to be honest with you. I remember one name. So maybe they're doing great.
You learned it here today. Don't do that.
No,
Any young people watching, don't do that.
that's the way not to do it.
Yeah,
That's the way to not.
for sure. Plus, you have a society, I don't mean to run us even longer, but you have society that tells you. And so the only thing I stood on was like, this is different. We're grieving. He's a widower. I'm a widow. You have to understand that. But you have like all these like facts and scientific facts. And they say a man knows whether he wants to marry a woman in the first 6 months. And if he doesn't want to marry you. And there's tons like that. There are tons of things.
I don't ascribe to those things.
I know, but they get in your head sometimes,
Well, you got to let that stuff go because, how can somebody know such a thing? Whether a guy, I mean, maybe statistically these guys do this, but there's got to be guys outside that statistic who don't necessarily do it. How many people? I mean, what about two kids who grew up together? Became best friends, always hung out, whatever. Was it within the first 6 months that those two knew each other? If they were, teenagers or whatever when they met, who knows? And what about the statistic of how many guys think they're gonna marry a girl within the first 6 months and then they don't? What about that statistic? You can't. The blank look of annoyance on Kelly's face. I think we just realized that, well, there's something Justin and Kelly don't agree on right there. She goes, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was a step away from getting one of these.
You were. Stop. That's not even true. I would never do that.
Okay, guys. Talk to you all in a week. And I'm hoping that next week we get to do the food tryout.
Yes.
We gotta come up with all the foods. I gotta look back to that episode. There was at least 3 in that episode that I brought up. I need to look through a list of things that Kelly thinks are gross, but has actually never tried.
Turducken was one of them.
We're not
paying all kinds of money.
That one's gonna cost me to make that one happen. The turducken. We'll need a show sponsor for turducken to happen. So.
Danos.
That's funny.
Jody can talk to Dan.
We need a turducken. And some spice. We got a bunch of spices.
Made by Dan.
Oh man, collaboration.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, okay. I don't know if that'll be next episode or not, but at least before Thanksgiving. Yeah. Maybe that'll be the week of Thanksgiving. Maybe that could be like our Thanksgiving week.
That'd be cool.
Video would be like you trying all the things that you think are gross that you haven't tried.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
I am too.
All right.
So that wouldn't be next one, but the one after.
The one after. Bye, guys. Oh, she's
later.
And look right to me. I was like, what are you doing to that camera?